Mary Poppins clicked her heels together in exasperation. Honestly, Bert, a witch with a southern drawl wanting a chocolate factory, she mused, adjusting her hat. 1. It's simply not proper. Bert, with a smudge of chimney soot on his nose, grinned. Right you are, Mary. Sounds like a job for us, and maybe a bit that phantasmagorical help, eh? He pointed toward the magnificent car parked on the lane. Chitty Chitty Bang Bang shimmered, her polished brass fittings gleaming in the afternoon sun. Aboard were the Potts family, Caractacus, the ever-inventive, truly scrumptious, elegant as her name, and the children, Jeremy and Jemima, bright-eyed with adventure. 1. The evil witch of the South is using some sort of interdimensional loophole, Caractacus explained, tinkering with a dial on the dashboard. 1. She needs a foothold, a place of pure imagination she can twist and spoil. Willie Wonka's factory is the target. To the land of ounce, then, Mary Poppins declared, opening her carpet bag and producing a sturdy, enchanted map. It appears we must prevent a very nasty real estate transaction. With a glorious pop-pop and a whir of spinning propellers, Chitty rose into the air and, with a subtle nudge from Mary's umbrella, disappeared into a swirling vortex of color and light. 1. They landed with a gentle bump on a yellow brick road. The sky was an impossible blue, and the Munchkins, initially alarmed by the flying car, soon gathered around, chirping with curiosity. Their journey down the road was punctuated by musical numbers and Mary's crisp instructions. They encountered a disheartened scarecrow, a rusty tin man, and a quivering cowardly lion, all of whom Mary Poppins swiftly organized with a sharp whistle and a reassuring pat on the head. There is nothing you cannot do if you put your mind to it. The influence of the Witch of the South grew stronger as they approached the Emerald City. The gates were guarded not by the amiable guardian of the gates, but by Oompa Loompa dressed in grey uniforms, their once joyful songs replaced with monotone chants about efficiency and return on investment. Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, displaying her usual adaptability, sprouted wings and then pontoons as they navigated the Chocolate River, now a murky, bitter stream tainted with a strange, oily residue. They burst into the great tasting room of the factory just as the final penstroke on the contract was about to be made. The Witch of the South was a figure of garish excess, draped in cheap velvet and an oversized hat, her voice a drawling menace that grated against the cheerful candy land. Well, looky here, a whole car full of do-gooders and a flying jalopy, she sneered, her long, painted fingernails tapping on the desk made of nougat. Too late. The factory's mine, and soon, all the world's children will be eating my candies of corruption. They'll learn that the only value is profit, and the only good idea is a cheap one. Mary Poppins stepped forward, her umbrella handle pointing accusingly. Nonsense. The most important ingredient in any endeavor is joy, something you clearly lack. You are a footnote in the grand scheme of imagination, madam, and a messy one at that. The factory erupted into chaos. While Bert, the Scarecrow, Tin Man, and Lion bravely distracted the witch's army of flying monkeys who were now wearing tiny, ill-fitting business suits, Caractacus and truly quickly identified the source of the corruption, a massive, ugly grey tank connected to the main mixing vat. It's pumping in pure cynicism, Caractacus shouted over the din. Jeremy and Jemima, with a little guidance from Mary's spoonful of sugar magic, sourced massive quantities of pure, concentrated happiness, gathered from the laughter and dreams of the newly hopeful Munchkins. They heaved immense buckets of starlight and pure imagination into the vat. Chitty Chitty Bang Bang's internal mechanisms were rigged by Truly to reverse the flow. The grey, corrupting fog was sucked into the ventilation system, where it was instantly purified by the overwhelming essence of positive thought. The Oompa Loompa suddenly stopped their dreary chants, ripped off their grey uniforms to reveal their traditional bright attire, and burst into a spectacular song and dance number about the virtues of imagination over greed. The witch shrieked as her contract dissolved into a shower of harmless, multicolored sprinkles. Her plan unraveling, she was caught in a sudden, powerful gust of wind, a practical magic Mary Poppins summoned with a clap of her hands and a stern word. Now, off you go, Mary Poppins announced, as the witch was swept back through the dimensional rift, screaming about her pretty little factory. Willie Wonka, who had been hiding inside a giant marshmallow that Mary had previously tidied up, emerged, blinking in the bright, restored light. He was immensely grateful and promised lifetime supplies of everlasting gobstoppers to all involved. A job well done, everyone, truly Scrumptious smiled, buckling the children into Chitty. The Scarecrow felt a brain full of new ideas, the Tin Man's heart beat with warmth, and the Lion roared with brave delight. Quite right, Mary Poppins nodded, checking her reflection in a highly polished piece of brass on Chitty's dashboard. Though I must say, the flying car is a rather useful addition to one's repertoire. It has excellent posture. With a final pop 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 that echoed through the now gleeful Emerald City, the unlikely heroes ascended into the Technicolor sky, leaving out a brighter, sweeter place than they had found it.